My name is Daniella Villalobos, and this is my honors project for public speaking, which is a speech on gender inequality in my country, Peru. Are boys better than girls? Are men better, more capable than women? Do men deserve more than us? These are only some of the questions that I ask myself every single day. As soon as I wake up, this whole bunch of questions start spinning around my head, and I can't seem to find an answer. We've begun to raise our daughters more like sons, but few have the courage to raise our sons more like our daughters. This quote by Gloria Steinem, an American feminist, journalist, and social and political activist, relates to the current situation in my country, Peru. Being a woman in this world is no easy job. Not here, not anywhere around the world. We've been fighting for years, centuries, to get where we are right now. But the fight and the struggle seems to never be over. I live in a society ruled by machismo, which is defined by the Cambridge Dictionary as male behavior that is strong and forceful and shows very traditional ideas about how men and women should behave. The fact that I have to wake up every morning and choose what to wear in order to feel safe to go out on the street is outrageous. We're having to use public transportation terrified that something bad could happen to me only because I'm a woman and I'm a disadvantage because I'm expected to be weak. Moreover, in Peru, women get paid less than men do, even when we work more hours than men do. It is true that this whole ideology of men being superior to women and women expected to obey what is said comes long before we were born, or even long before our parents or grandparents were born. But it is now that we need to change people's minds. It is now that we need to make the world a safe and equal place for everyone. We women represent almost half of the population in Peru, but that seems to be no enough reason to get protection and equal rights. Today I would like to talk about three main ways that prove that women are treated as inferior human beings in Peru. But I would like to focus on one of them, which I feel I am more related to regarding my age and my gender, and that simply should not exist, which is women and violence. First of all, we have education. Education is the basis for everything in life. The problem here, and even though the gap is not as big as in other countries, still we have certain differences. In rural areas, 33.7% of females are illiterate, against 10.9% of men. In urban areas, 7.4% of women can't read or write, and 2.4% of men can't read or write either. Even though there are unfavorable conditions for both men and women, still women seem to be more women seem to be more affected than men. If we have less women who have access to education, this means that less women will have great job opportunities in the future that will lead to low income and less opportunity to maintain their families, which eventually will affect the whole country's economy and increasing poverty, isn't it? So education is sort of a big deal. Second of all, we have work. The past government by Ollanta tried to enforce the participation of women in political issues. And to make sure that this would happen, they increased the quota to 30%, meaning that 30% of women had to be part of any party who wanted to be part of the government. This sort of wanted to promote the participation of women in political issues, which they actually achieved because most of the parties had over 30% of women conforming their whole party. On average, Peruvian women earn 30% less than men, even when they work 9 hours more than men do. In 2014, 65 women from every 100 were employed, but only 44% of those 65 women had formal jobs, leaving 56% out under informal conditions that were unknown. Third and last but not least, we have violence. Even though we have laws to protect women from domestic violence, sexual assault, or any other type of violence against women, the enforcement is poor. According to the Social Institutions and Gender Index Organization, nearly 4 of every 10 women have experienced domestic violence. Nearly 2/3 married, divorced, or even widowed women in Peru have reported psychological violence during their relationships. This increases femicide continuously. And according to the twice Minister for Women in Peru, Romero, on average, 10 women are murdered every month in Peru, victims of femicide, while 20 are reported to be safe, but they were also intended to be killed. If we add both numbers, we will have 30 possible victims a month, and this makes it 1 possible victim dead per day. It's sort of alarming, isn't it? There is also another concern, which is sexual harassment or sexual assault in the streets, public transportation, schools, jobs, anywhere. It is increasing, and it's bad. Especially, this is a really common scenario for girls my age or younger. We tend to go outside and walk 2 blocks from our houses to go to the store, and on those 2 blocks we pass by, I don't know, a construction, and the employees just yell really, really gross stuff to girls, and we can't do anything. There's not much we can do, and there's no one we can run to ask for help because no one would do anything. There was a really known case a couple of years back of this girl named Lady Yen. She was brutally beaten by her ex-partner, right? And she just posted this whole bunch of photos. Thanks to social media, it was possible for her to reach authorities, media. Everyone was just outraged by the fact that this girl was almost completely unrecognizable because of the brutal bruises she had all over her face. So she went to the court, and this man just got 4 years of jail, and now he's free again, and he has a new couple, and he's redoing this whole scenario that this girl lived before, and it's sort of alarming, and it has all the population, females, males, everyone is alarmed because this shouldn't be happening. This guy should be in jail. So this is what I mean when I say that law enforcement is poor in Peru. This girl almost died. She could have been one of those 10 victims a month, but she wasn't. So this is why we have to enforce these laws, because it is a real thing and it's increasing, and that shouldn't be happening. Both men and women have the same exact capability of achieving anything they want. The challenge is to change people's minds in order to make our society a safer and equal place for everyone. I mean it when I say that I am terrified to use public transportation, or when I say I have to choose what to wear so that I don't get yelled at on the streets. It is true. It's happening. It's real. Facts, statistics, numbers confirm it. It is real. Girls, women, we are getting treated unequally, and nothing is being done in order to stop or change that. I love Peru. Trust me when I say I love Peru. Every single corner of this country is amazing and has a special something that makes me want to come back every time I leave. But it breaks my heart to see how we are wasting so many opportunities to become a country where every single citizen feels comfortable, safe, and capable to achieve their dreams. Thank you.